So my name is Reshma Sohoni, and I am the CEO of a company called Seedcamp, and we do two things. We are a platform for helping very early stage companies get off the ground. So we provide a little bit of money, around 50,000 euros, and we take a small minority equity stake. And the second thing we do, probably even more important than that little bit of funding, is we connect entrepreneurs and experts, everyone who could help you basically get your business growing and off the ground. So money, angels, VCs, lawyers, headhunters, product experts, design experts, marketing, technology. We focus very much on capital efficient businesses, so in the tech space. So software, consumer business, internet, mobile, everything that it doesn't take as much cost to again start up.
And in terms of territory, which countries are you looking at?
We're unique because we're completely pan-European, EMEA actually. So we have investments from Jordan up to Scandinavia. We even have a couple of companies in the US now. I've always been in kind of the marriage of technology and business, and there was Saul Klein who had the original idea for Seedcamp. We basically met through Mike Arrington of TechCrunch, actually, funny enough, and it's a small world in London especially, and so we started Seedcamp 3 years ago. So we again, kind of uniquely, we move very fast in terms of putting money to work, and so we have 22 investments that we've made in 2 years, 2.5 years, and we're really proud of where the companies are. We have an exciting portfolio, and it's early days, but these guys are going after global markets, so it's very exciting. So, in terms of the ideas that we see, not really so different. We're definitely seeing that, everyone, it's becoming quite horizontal and flat, right? And so everyone's reading the same things, and they're facing the same problems in terms of building businesses or problems that they're trying to address. So in that sense, not a lot of difference. Sometimes I see even more innovative ideas here, but I guess the difference is in the approach to execution. It could be a lot more commercially driven here and dreaming bigger and thinking bigger. So, a lot of things I see are quite incremental, and, they could be taking bolder steps. So it's mostly around kind of commercialization and just entrepreneurs really working with each other, leveraging each other, and helping each other. I mean, I see that, tenfold in the US. Definitely. I mean, I think you always need role models, and you always need to, in order to aspire to big things, you need to see some big things in order to know what you're even, have the even idea to aspire to something. So in that sense, we have a smaller group of, tech entrepreneurs as such to aspire to. So that's one issue. But, it's not just a mindset about risk aversion. I hear that a lot, and I just think, that's changed quite a lot, even in just the past 5 years. But there isn't as much practice or knowledge about how best to grow your business. And so, once you've even taken that step to say, I'm going to do it, there's a lot of kind of experience and knowledge that's lacking. So financing is the very small part, because obviously 50,000 euros doesn't last a long time. So, a lot of it's helping them raise that next round of funding, but really it's about de-risking, right? Because the next group of, whether it's customers or investors, are looking to have something that has more credibility, is less risky. And so it's trying to get them towards that. So whether it's on, launch the product, get users, get revenue, get customers, whatever it is what are those next milestones that'll de-risk the business. One of my biggest advices is talk to people, like share your idea. Talk to intelligent people. So, make sure that whoever you're telling it to has something to contribute. Maybe they can help, again, you on design or marketing, or thinking about what users really want. So really share, but make sure whoever you talk to isn't empty, but you're actually pulling something insightful for yourself out of it. So that's the one big advice. Secondly is, again, don't be afraid to get a group of people to work with you. Don't try to just do it all by yourself. It's too much work and too much to do. So, that's the second thing, is like try to get a really great group of people with you to work on it. And third is like never lose momentum. So, just continue to just build momentum, because that's what gets you to really go far. Otherwise, you're there 2-3 years later with incremental progress. It's just making sure that our model's always relevant, and we're always tweaking and changing things as well. So it's at the end of the day, it's a longer term whether we are going to be successful or not. It's not as short term to figure out as it is for companies kind of putting out product like that. But so the challenge is, are we actually doing something that's valuable? I mean, we have small measurements, which are how companies raise follow-on funding, and which ones rise to sort of a household name and all that. And we're doing pretty well with that. So, but the biggest challenge is knowing if 10 years from now, did it all sort of mean something? Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a lot of sort of what I was meant to do, or what I'm really keen on. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. But I always think people evolve, and people have so many different things that they enjoy. So I'm sure I will do other things that I really am passionate about. So. I've learned a lot about people. I think that's, when you're in the investment business, you're basically investing in people. And so I've learned a lot about spotting, good entrepreneurs versus not the best ones, and who's a good indicator for how they're going to execute. So people, that's the biggest sort of lesson I've learned, is on people.